One of the craziest games of the playoffs so far was Game 2 from the Clippers-Nuggets series, where the Clippers managed to bounce back after a tough Game 1 loss and win a one-possession game. Here are my 3 keys to how it happened. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Court Vision. In this video, like I said, I'm going to be talking about the 3 main things that the Clippers did in this game to get out and win it. The first key that I saw for the Clippers in this game was their ability to force turnovers, specifically on Nikola Jokic. In this game, Joker had 7 turnovers, an uncharacteristically high amount for one of the guys we consider to be one of the best passers, safest pair of hands in the league. And the way that the Clippers were able to do that was by swarming him in the post every time he would try and score. Every time Jokic had the ball in the post and would put the ball down on the floor to try and dribble into a post up, or dribble in to try and find a cutter on a pass, the Clippers would send a guard coming from behind, from the weak side, to poke at the ball. If they could help off of Russell Westbrook, they would do that, swarming him in the post, poking at the ball, trying to make him make decisions quickly. And it led to a lot of either rushed shots or bad passes or straight up just Jokic losing the ball. It was a really effective way for the Clippers to slow down Jokic, even though he still had a triple-double. The second way the Clippers were able to force a ton of turnovers in this game was by denying entry passes to Jokic in the post and then passes to cutters from Jokic in the post. The Clippers would swarm down low and get their hands in the passing lanes if Jokic was trying to find cutters, securing deflections, which they could get steals off of or force bad shots later in the shot clock. And they would front Jokic in the post to try and deflect the ball, or jumping off of anticipation, seeing that the pass was going to come into Jokic and jumping that lane. The Clippers were also able to force a couple of turnovers in this game just off of some elite ball pressure from some guys you wouldn't expect to. Specifically, Bogdan Bogdanovic, not known for being a defensive guy, was criticized a little bit after Game 1 for being a little bit of a liability defensively. In this game, he was putting some crazy pressure on Jamal Murray and Christian Brown and forced a couple of turnovers, which in conjunction with all the other stuff made it a lot easier for the Clippers to come away with this win. Second key for the Clippers in this game was their ability to stop the break. In Game 1, they got lit up in transition, but in this game, they did a much better job limiting the opportunities that Denver had to get out and run. Turnovers were a problem for the Clippers in the first game. They had 20, but in this game, they only had 11, so they managed to limit their own turnovers, which prevented Denver from getting out and running off of those. They also, in the second half, made the adjustment to have Zoo stop crashing the glass offensively and to just get back, because in the first half, they were getting punished when Jokic would throw a push-ahead pass, or Christian Brown or Jamal Murray would bring up the floor and try and push pace because they didn't have their defenders back and matched up and at the rim. In Game 2, the Nuggets scored 18 total transition points, which is substantially less than they scored in Game 1 of the series, and 12 of those came in the first quarter. So the Clippers managed to make some good adjustments and limit their own turnovers to prevent Denver from getting that easy transition offense that won them the first game. The third and most important thing that the Clippers did in this game was let Kawhi go to work. Kawhi Leonard ended the game with 39 points on only 19 shots, some really elite efficiency. People forgot that he's one of the best players in the world when he's healthy, and that doctor in LA better have gotten paid bank for what he did, because Kawhi looks like he's back in Toronto. Kawhi was able to get downhill to the line physically, aggressively trying to score through Michael Porter Jr. or Nikola Jokic. He was able to find his spots in the mid-range, and no one could do anything about it. He was strong enough to outmuscle the smaller defenders, and his handle is tight enough to work around the bigger defenders. He was able to just get to his spots, and he seemed to be automatic from the mid-range. In addition to his mid-range and downhill scoring, he was able to hit some clutch threes in this game, including one crazy step-back three with a really tight handle. In conclusion, the Clippers were able to force a ton of turnovers, limit their own turnovers, and prevent Denver from getting out on the break, and then Kawhi was in that mode. Those were the 3 things that the Clippers did to win this game too. I'm excited to see how the Nuggets respond in Game 3 going back to LA. Thanks for watching, everybody. Subscribe if you want to see me cover the playoffs more. I'm trying a little shorter format for this video, just a single game recap. Let me know what you think. I'll see you in the next one.